Good evening and welcome back to the Shadow Realm. I am your host Ghostly, and today we return back to Duskbound. We previously achieved endings 3, 4 and 5 if I remember correctly, which means we are seeking endings 1 and 2, and there is apparently an unlockable secret ending, which I'm hoping we can get, but I think my main goal is going to be getting those other two endings we didn't see. So I've gone back to this point in the game, and previously we asked about the portraits and kind of went through all the various options and branches after asking about the portraits, so I figured this time we'll keep quiet about it and we'll see what happens. Please note, since it's been a while since I played this game, I don't really remember the voices I did. I have a vague idea, but if you've watched previous videos, you know I'm not consistent, so we'll see what happens. So we'll keep quiet. I don't want to pry into his affairs. Everyone in this city has a past, and it's rarely something enjoyable to talk about. There's none whom the Red Plague hasn't affected. The eternal night fell on all of us, and as much as anyone might try to deny it, it took something from us. We make do with what we have left, and it's not up to me to open up those wounds again. Besides, I am a guest. It would be rude of me to pester him with intrusive questions when we've only just been properly acquainted. I'd have expected a mansion of this size to have servants sweeping the floor or conversing in hushed whispers as they pass through the hallways. However, I don't see a single soul as he guides me to the drawing room. Our only accompaniment, the echoed sound of our footsteps. The more I see of his residence, the more I'm reminded of a ruin, a tomb where some nobleman lies buried beneath piles of luxuries he no longer has a use for. A deep sense of loneliness sweeps out of every wall, threatening to suffocate me. I wonder how he feels, wandering through these halls all alone. Here we are. Please, have a seat. I'll be right back. He gestures at a worn-down but clearly well-made sofa before disappearing behind a door. I sit down and look around the room to pass the time. It's beautiful, but looks somehow dishevelled. I think we can skip just to the option. Confess your love, ask about him instead. Let's ask about him. For goodness sake! He does not know me. It would be sheer insanity to tell him now that I am here because my life is an empty, meaningless routine, and seeing his face is the only thing that has made me feel alive in years. Ludicrous. Even repeating all that in my head sounds childish. Okay. Oh, how I would love to confess, but I cannot do it yet. Why did he have to ask me so forthrightly? I look into his captivating amber eyes and take a sip of my tea. Can't bear to lie to him, so this looks like it's the same, so I'll just skip and see if we get anything new. Oh, refuse. Okay, so because we don't have the previous thing, we just flat out refuse him. Okay. He wants my blood? Absolutely not. Who knows what will happen to me? I might even contract the Red Plague myself. There has to be a way out of here. As I contemplate the means of my escape, he takes my silence as an answer and sighs. Just, please consider it, for the both of us. I'll leave you alone for now. Besides, I need to finish what I started. Finish what he started? Again, it looks like we can skip, so I'll just see. What decision? Ask what will happen if he says no. Refuse. We'll do this one. If I refuse, will you take more innocent people's lives only to blah 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 blah? I accidentally clicked, but I think, again, we're on similar ground. Ask why he wants your blood. Promise to believe him. So this all looks to be the same. Okay, so that was really all the same, so let's go back to the options. We'll keep quiet. Ask about him instead. Refuse. I think if we just keep refusing, see what happens. Refuse. Refuse. Yeah, so it's all the same endings. I'm not quite sure how to get this. Hang on. Keep quiet. We'll see what happens if we confess our love. I'm really sorry about this. I really don't know how to do this. I went in blind. Truly? You mean it? So what was the previous sentence? If it is as I suspect, and this feeling is something you recognize, then please, let me stay by your side. My heart pounds against my chest, but I feel relieved to finally speak aloud the feelings I held inside. No matter what comes next. Okay, and he says, Truly? You mean it? The anomaly I have been waiting for. Is it finally here? When I pick up my teacup to calm my quaking nerves, he leaps up from his seat. Oh, this is different. Oh, okay. Wait. Don't drink that. He knocks the teacup out of my hand, shattering it onto the floor. One of the shards embeds itself into my wrist, and bright red blood wells up. Oh, very briefly he had, he was excited by that blood. What has gotten into him? I flinch as I pull the porcelain shard out of my wound, and in the blink of an eye he is beside me. Very close beside me. Oh, hello. He takes no heed of the teacup's remains or its contents spilt on the floor, his gaze filled intently on the cut. His lips press against my wound as if driven by an overwhelming compulsion. Uh-oh. Girl, I think we need to leave. What? Stop it! What are you doing? Don't resist. I shudder as he runs his tongue along the blood trailing down my hand, his eyes locking onto mine. I should have expected this, and yet still I'm like, oh boy, hello. You said it yourself. You feel this bond between us as well as I do. So, allow me. Then his fangs penetrate my skin deeper than the porcelain shard ever did. You need to ask for this kind of permission, sir. You don't just go, allow me. You need to, get the consent. Tears prick at the corner of my eyes as the pain radiates from my wrist. But why? Why am I crying? Isn't this what I wanted? Stop. It hurts. Oh, the blood around his mouth. I just can't help it. Goodness. Why did you have to go and hurt yourself? Don't worry. I'll make it feel good soon. If I could, I would already be out the door. If somebody does this to you, they're likely a vampire and you're likely the meal, get out the door. An unprecedented and exhilarating pleasure soon starts to mix into the pain surging through me. Heat rises to my cheeks and I cannot find the strength, nor the will, to stop him. Such a feeling must be unnatural. Then why? Why am I not stopping him? Pale one, stay by my side. I'm frozen in place as he moves on top of me, sinking his fangs into my neck and alternating his bites with the gentlest of kisses in the same spots. Okay! As previous warnings, if you're not ready for this content, I would back out at this sentence. I'm gonna keep going on, because I think we're gonna get near an ending. Tears pool in my eyes and blur my vision. They flow uncontrollably, but I can no longer tell if they are of sorrow or bliss. This intoxicating feeling fills up every corner of my mind. overwhelming my senses until I cannot even think straight. There is so much blood. If this goes on, then I'll... Stop it! I can't even muster words, and he seems too enraptured to notice, lapping up what blood he can. Girl, we're about to die. Is there anything you can reach and just bonk him on the head? Just go, no. No, and then you run out the door as fast as humanly possible. He's a vampire. He's probably going to catch up, but at least try and escape. Is this it? An observer in my own body? I lay motionless until even my heartbeat stills. Dearest, pale one, you. No, answer me. No, wait. Oh, why? Why? What have I done? This dreaded curse. Ending 2. Unhappy accident. Okay, we finally got a new ending. Let's go from asking about the paintings and we panic instead of playing along, because that's one of the other branches we didn't try. I don't know what you're on about. I cannot deny these portraits do bear some resemblance to me. But we haven't met, and I've certainly not sat for any portraits. No. Just when I thought things had changed. What was it this time? Was it something I'd said? It's useless, isn't it? You. Why must you torment me like this? The light I saw in him left his eyes completely in that moment. Yeah, he looks pretty soulless at the moment. We're quite close to the door. Why don't we just slowly back it up? You go, really nice to meet you, good sir. Very nice. Very lovely home you have, but I think I've seen enough. I need to go on. I need to go put tea on, or dinner. It depends how you call it. But, you know, I'm just going to pop out the door. It's been a pleasure. We're in danger. Let's see what happens. Oh, the clenched fist. A cold shell remained, leaving me to wonder which one was the real him. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I have to leave. Good girl. I love you. Well done. I take a step back towards the front door, but he grips my wrist with a terrifying strength. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. I glance at his stoic face with bewilderment. Why is his expression so dead? I can't understand any of this. And his eyes, how hollow they seem now, all light extinguished. It pains me to see him so, but as he tightens his hold on my wrist, I snap back into the situation at hand. I try to pull my arm from his grip, but it simply won't move. Keep pulling. We need to get out of here. I keep pulling with what strength I have, but it won't move at all. I mean, you're up against vampire strength and you're a human girl, but let's keep going. Just what do you want from me? Look at me with those eyes again, and things can go back to normal. Please, my dearest moon, look at me. I know what he wants now, but I'm terrified. How can my eyes fill with love when he has lost the very thing that pulled me in? Yeah, he looks crazy. Let's just do a quick save because it looks like we've got options. Pull. Yeah, let's just keep pulling before we try and we'll try and play into him later. Give up. Keep pulling. Give up. Keep pulling. Give up. I don't understand. Maybe if we keep going, we'll give it 3 more tries. Give up. Give up. Give up. Okay, apparently there's just nothing with that one. Smile at him. I muster my best attempt at a smile, but it feels lopsided and wrong at best. An absolutely joyous laughter resounds throughout the hallway. Pathetic. Absolutely pitiful, really. As suddenly as it appeared, his smile recedes from his features to reveal an almost fragile expression. Oh, my dearest pale one, how I squandered this chance. Next time I'll do better. I promise. Alas, until then, whenever and however that may be. Without warning, he knocks me out. Woohoo! Oh god, he looks very dead inside. There's no way to know how much time has passed once I regain consciousness. Okay, so does this mean every time we unwillingly don't have love in our eyes, he just paints us? I'm very curious about that. I slowly open my eyes and a wave of panic washes over me as I realize I am tied to a chair. That's when I notice him, sitting across from me, his expression hidden behind his easel. I try screaming, begging, bargaining, anything that could get him to listen. But he no longer looks at me. He simply stares off into some impossibly far distance, somewhere I can't reach, and probably somewhere he can't reach either. As he looks through me, he paints my form as though possessed. With each erratic stroke, he transposes a piece of me from reality into his canvas. And once he's done, there'll be nothing left of me. Ending 1. Answered your own question. Or is it? Restart the game to unlock another loop. Okay. Start. Yep. No, we already know what the warnings are. So this is hopefully the secret ending. I'm quite excited. I don't know what's going to happen. There is no light in this city. A dull red moon is all that illuminates our eternal night. Even the lanterns are obscured by countless moths. I would hate to be in a world with... I know we've seen it previously, but, I'd hate a world with moths because they eat clothing. And cloth. I just hate that, moths everywhere. And you go, oh yeah, let me put on this nice shirt. And you go, oh no, there's holes, the moths have been at it again. Oh, that does sound like a pain. People trace the same paths every day, seemingly possessed by no spirit at all, simply droning on. Some days it feels like I am the only one who is alive and everyone else is merely a ghost. It wasn't always like that. Long ago, this city shone as a beacon to all those who believe in the one Lord. Hang on, just need a sip of water. Okay. Until the Red Plague fell upon us, and our great cathedral was abandoned by those who proclaimed they would save us. They took the light with them when they left. But they couldn't take everything from us. I, for one, have done my best to find hope in small things. Like my meeting with him. There is no light in this city, but he is the sun. I don't know who he is, but I saw him one day ambling through the town square. His garments were impeccably tailored, and his hair framed his face in a way I had only seen in paintings. And those fine threads, if he had stopped by my workshop, I would have surely remembered. Of course, I have seen attractive men in my life, but there is simply something different about him and that glint in his eyes. As I examined him, his eyes met mine, and a radiant smile came over his features. The light behind his eyes shone so dazzlingly. I hadn't seen anyone in this city look like that in years. When it occurred to me that I was staring at him, I quickly averted my eyes. Excuse me. I rushed past him, embarrassed by the blush slowly rising to my cheeks. In the days that followed, I passed by the town square as often as I could afford myself the time to, hoping to catch a glimmer of him again. I had to confirm for myself that he was not an illusion. More than that, I had to confirm that the light I had found in his eyes was more than a fluke. The longer I went without seeing him, the more I became convinced I had made it all up. That he was no different from the others, and I was desperate for anything that would change the monotony of my dull days. But he was there again, and that same expression was unmistakably real. He was looking at me with those eyes that make me forget about this dreary place, that send me far away. Ever since then, I couldn't get him out of my head. More so, I couldn't let go. At first, I was content glancing at him every now and then, a gentle reminder that not all is dark and not all hope is lost. But the more I gave in to thinking about him, the less I could accept the daily routine that I'd been shoving down my own throat and pretending I was content with. What I'm saying is, I grew greedy. I'd been looking for an escape this entire time, not knowing how to find one. I could leave, but where to? Nothing but death awaits those that venture outside the city walls. The only solace available to me might be the arms of another, but I had never found anyone fit to hold me. Still, things are different now. I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. That's why today, I'll change my fate. I swallowed hard, trying to calm my quaking heart and nervous breathing. He's mesmerizing. Hello? Good day. Oh, we get his name from this get-go. Nice. Good day. How can I help you? I don't believe we've met. Please come in. It is quite chilly out there. I can prepare some tea to warm you up. That sounds... Wait. That cannot be true. I do know him. Oh, you're gonna make me say his name again? Ugh. Again, this is just karma on me for giving characters that have hard to pronounce names. I am now having to pronounce hard to pronounce names. His name is Verigulus. Verigulus de Lanceroy. I clutch my head and wince. In the midst of the pain, I can feel something tugging at the recesses of my mind, forcing distant, unfamiliar scenes back to the surface. This eternal night exists because we cannot fulfill our roles without one another. You understand, don't you? Your purity is mine and mine alone to corrupt. Corrupt me, I won't protest. Excuse me. Are you all right? I'm fine. He tried to take control, blah, 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 blah. You seem unwell. Please, come in and have a seat. Might I offer you some tea? Come to... Oh, hang on. Wait, hang on. Back a line. Sorry, I thought this was another memory, but it's not. It's a new line, so I need to see this. The memories flood my mind as I sit down on this now familiar sofa, and I can't hold back my tears. He comes in with his platter of tea. I know that tea so well. I wonder if he's laced it with sedatives this time. If it is all right for me to pry, will you tell me what's on your mind? I carelessly wipe my tears with my sleeve. Ah, what an unsightly display. Though I suppose he's already seen me worse than this. Verigulus. My fated one. Have I told you my name? No, No, you haven't. Not this time, at least. Whoa, that was a big shattering noise. So yeah, there was a big loud shattering noise. An inaudible gasp escapes his lips. He drops everything he is holding, struggling to keep himself upright. He stumbles towards me and grabs my shoulders, the light within his eyes brighter than ever. Oh, look at the eyes! They're so cute. Pale one, is it really true? Shush. I put my finger to his mouth. My name is... Oh, we get to pick the name. Now, I've learnt from the past, and we don't do Ghostly, we'll do Calamity. Because I feel a bit more distance to that name. My name is Calamity. He kisses my finger, still pressed to his lip. Calamity. Oh, hang on, that was my mistake. I have decided. It does not matter whose will we follow inadvertently. We deserve to carve out our own happiness. I'm going to have faith in the future. We can break out of this cage. You may grow indifferent, but I cannot forgive the one who did this to us. Let's travel beyond this night, beyond this city. I want to laugh in the face of evil and give back all that we've received. And after we have put things right, I believe we can find a place for us to belong. I extend my hand towards him. Will you join me? Oh, I do want to see the look on his face. This must have been outside the scope of his machinations. Calamity, I cannot promise you normalcy. I cannot promise you anything at all. I do not have the same faith you have. The damage has already been done. I am not the man I used to be, and I will never be him again. Of course, but promises are my talent. Let me have my niche. I love this girl. I love her. Come on. How long do I have to stand here like this? All right, you've got your hand open this whole time. He finally grasps my hand in both of his. I'll follow your lead then, Calamity. It won't be easy, you know. There's no going back. If you agree to it now, I won't let you change your mind later. I realise I've changed her voice, but I'm struggling to get as high and as soft as she was at the moment. His soft hand reaches towards my face, lifting up my chin to allow our eyes to meet. Calamity, might I have your blood? With pleasure. Oh, look at the kiss! I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't the gentle warmth of his lips upon mine. He kisses me softly, almost uncertainly at first. Then he bites into my lip, and that familiar hot red rush washes over me once more sweetly than ever before. A paroxysm, 1,000 timelines in the waiting. We will meet a new morning, a morning that is truly ours. The future is an uncertain and terrifying place. We grow comfortable with our inevitable misery more easily than we would like to admit. But sometimes, the devil you know is better than even the ray of light you don't. Darkness cannot comprehend light. Despair cannot comprehend hope. To break the cycle, we need to jump that chasm even when we cannot see the other side. At the end of the eternal night, what awaits us? I do not know, but I can't wait to find out. Oh, that was sweet. And it looks like we've got all the CGs. We got them kissing, and then the little bit of blood of the kissing, and then this is the ending where we clearly weren't right, and so he decides, I'm going to paint you, and then reset the timeline. But yeah, this was a really sweet. I really enjoyed this and all the various endings. And yeah, Thank you very much for joining me on this adventure, and until next time, dearest visitor, farewell.